everybody, my name is Heather and welcome back to my channel. This video is technically a part of my minimalism series, and that is 8 things to get rid of right now. As a little caveat slash disclaimer to this video, obviously you don't need to get rid of all of these things right now. These are just things that I got rid of, and I am so glad that I did because they really didn't serve any purpose in my life. If you are in the process of decluttering your home, these are some things to think about getting rid of that you might not have thought of before. Number 1, materials for hobbies that no longer interest you. So if you're anything like myself or even my husband, sometimes you will come across a hobby or just like a skill or something that you suddenly really want to learn or start doing. So let's say you're like, I really want to learn calligraphy. And so you go and you get all the materials that you need to start learning calligraphy and then you lose interest in it after a little while and it just goes into a box and starts collecting dust. Things like that, just get rid of them. And the thing to keep in mind is some of the stuff that you purchased for these hobbies, the quality might not be as good as if you suddenly were to get into it again. There might be newer models out there. There might just be better tools out there if you really did want to start working on this hobby again. And getting rid of it will give you a chance to miss it. And then if you ever do want to try that thing again, when you bought all the tools for it, actually take the time to learn the hobby or to start developing your craft or whatever it is. Number 2, and this is really, really simple, but expired makeup and skincare and medicine. When you go through your makeup, there are certain things that you can just throw away without even thinking about it, because there are certain makeup items that expire very, very quickly once they've been opened. One of those things is mascara. If you find a tube of mascara that you can't even remember when you bought it and it has been opened, don't even try putting it on your eyelashes, just throw it out. And then when it comes to skincare, especially if it has active ingredients in it like retinol, don't try putting it on your face. It's not gonna work the same. And then when it comes to medicine, it's not even gonna work. Along those lines, samples of makeup products and samples of skincare, because they're packaged in like little packets most of the time, they're not even gonna stay as good as if they were in the original packaging or like the bottle. So if you've had them for over a year, just get rid of them. Believe me, I remember keeping some samples of things, and then I finally was like, I'm ready to use this sample, and when I squeezed it out, it was like dried up goop. Number 3, wall art that doesn't thrill you. This is something that I think happens to a lot of people who get their own place for the first time. They really want to decorate it with wall art. Another example is like your old high school posters or things like that that were really exciting when you were in high school because they were part of your identity, and you put them on your wall in your bedroom, and maybe you took them to college with you or whatever, but now you're a grown up and you don't know what to do with them. So there are a couple posters like that I have that I have actually put in the closet, like behind my clothes, because I still really like the posters, but I don't necessarily want them like where the public eye can see them because they don't really fit in with the decor. But another thing to keep in mind, and this is actually something that I mentioned in my book declutter video, is that your brain actually stops seeing things that are part of the environment that haven't changed. When you go through your stuff, take down your wall art, really think, do I love this piece of art? And then like put it back, maybe put it back in like a slightly different place. I was really into like New York themed things, or a couple of pieces of art that I remember buying in New York, but they just didn't thrill me anymore, and they weren't really part of my identity, so I got rid of them. And I actually prefer now to see kind of blank walls, and I'm still sort of developing what I want my decor to look like. Number 4, this might not apply to everybody, but your old retainer. I used to have braces, and obviously after you get your braces taken out, you're usually given a retainer. So I did not get a permanent retainer. I got one that you were supposed to wear at night or whatever. And this is back in high school. This is like my freshman year of high school when I got this retainer, and I would wear it, especially when I started noticing that my teeth were going back to the way that they were. You know, I wore it off and on throughout college, and then I think when I graduated college, I didn't wear it for a really long time. And then recently I saw it and I'm like, does this even fit in my mouth anymore, or have my teeth like completely gone back to what they were? My teeth have not completely gone back to what they looked like, but they've definitely shifted enough that the retainer didn't even fit in my mouth anymore. Yeah, my mom probably spent a lot of money on that retainer, but what is it doing for me in its little container in my bathroom drawer? So I threw it out. Number 5, this one's really simple. Boxes for old tech stuff or appliances. Especially if you don't move a lot, then get rid of those boxes. Because I am a military spouse, I do move a lot, and I will move a lot in my lifetime. So this is why I've kept a lot of boxes for a while. But even still, I did end up getting rid of all of them finally, because, fun fact, the military moves your stuff. And if they break it, so they pack it and they move it, and if they break it, you get reimbursed. So they will bring boxes and it will go in a box. It does not have to go in the exact box it came in. Empty boxes are such a waste of space, and they're ugly. You don't need them in your home. You just don't. If you think you're ever gonna return something, maybe keep it for a little while, but at a certain point, are you really gonna return that item? Number 6, furniture that serves no purpose. Back in 2015, we had 3 bookshelves, we had a coffee table, we had some random little end table that someone gave us. We had a really old broken desk. We had a lot of junk, like a lot of junky furniture that we would get at like garage sales that were hand-me-downs. Yeah, sure, they were filled with a lot of things, but when we got rid of over 200 books, we were able to downsize from 3 bookshelves to 1, so we were able to get rid of 2 huge bookshelves. We got rid of our coffee table, which really wasn't doing anything for us except being a place to collect clutter. And when we got rid of it, our space looked so much bigger. We got rid of that random little end table. We got rid of the desk that no one ever actually sat at. It was just filled with junk. So basically, go through your pieces of furniture. Furniture takes up a lot of space, and you want to love that piece of furniture. You want to know that it's actually serving a purpose in your life and that it is holding only the things that you really need and love. Number 7, subscription boxes. I mean, this tip is not for everybody. I used to have a Birchbox subscription. So this tip serves a couple of purposes. Some people are like subscription box junkies, especially with the amount of options there are out there for subscription boxes, and the idea is really cool, especially if you are the kind of person that wants to try a lot of things from like different categories. So I really like makeup and skincare, so of course a beauty subscription box made sense to me. However, you get these samples of things, about 5 samples in a Birchbox every single month, and you're not gonna like them all. You're not gonna use them all, and they will expire a lot quicker than you realize, and then that just becomes more clutter. And the last thing to get rid of right now, tip number 8, duplicates of items that are going to last a long time. So I get buying a makeup product, a duplicate of a makeup product that you already have, that you love, that's about to run out. But let's say you're like me and you had like 10 cutting boards. Go for the quality thing. So instead of having a ton of like crappy cutting boards but one really nice cutting board, get rid of the crappy ones and just make sure you have the nice one and you keep it really nice. If you have a lot of the same thing, get rid of them. I mean, if it's something that's not going to break down very, very soon. And honestly, if it's something that's gonna break really, really soon, you should just get rid of it anyway. Don't wait for it to actually break, because if it's really that run down, you're probably not enjoying the process of using it anyway. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure and give it a thumbs up. It really lets me know that you like these minimalism themed videos. I really like making them. I do post these types of videos quite a lot. So if you like them, definitely subscribe to my channel. And keep in mind, I also post like Project Pan videos and bullet journal videos. My channel is quite diversified. It is quite diversified. And if you got to the end of this video, type in diversified, because I just said it in a weird accent. I'm glad you guys watched this video all the way to the end if you did, and I will see you in my next one. I said that really weird. Bye! Bye now. I just ended that video really awkwardly. I apologize.